Hey guys, my name is Zaire, and today I wanted to talk to you about vampires. Not like the Edward Collins. I'm talking about energy vampires. As you navigate life, you're going to come across a lot of people who will see your light and try to drain you. And in today's video, I wanted to give you some tips and tricks on how to spot them and how to navigate dealing with them, because I assure you, sadly, you will come across many of them throughout your life. So let's get started. I would say the first red flag to look out for in terms of an energy vampire is someone who's constantly negative. I'm sure we've all heard the phrase "a negative Nancy," and these are people that no matter what happens, they don't take accountability for where they are in life, and they blame everyone and everything around them. They live in a very lack mindset, and you don't want to deal with that. I feel as though, especially nowadays, it's very easy to get caught up in a lack mindset, and that's only going to attract negative energy to you, and you're never going to feel fully satisfied with life. Instead of thinking that way, you can take accountability for what you are in control of and change the small things and big things with time, rather than just giving up, essentially. We're attracting good. If you're unhappy with your job, you can change your job. You don't have to stay at a job that you're unhappy with just because it's paying your bills. I'm not saying to quit and then try to find a job, but if you're unhappy at this job, you can begin the steps it takes to leave the job, in terms of securing another job before you put in your 2 weeks and letting your new job know, hey, I'm leaving this old job, so I am going to be respectful and give them my 2 weeks, but then moving forward I can start this new job. And I know that sounds very easy. It may not be that easy. I feel as though the job market is very uncertain at this point in time, especially with inflation, and we're in like a recession that no one really wants to talk about, or at least the people in the news don't. But you can change small things around you, even if it means waking up earlier than you need to for work or school, just to give yourself that me time to start your day off right. You could read a book, or you could read a few pages of a book, or you could practice a few moments of mindful breathing or yoga, or even just like enjoying a cup of coffee while looking out the window. Just giving yourself that me time before you give your time to everyone else, whether that be your boss, your school, your parents, your kids, your spouse, your partners, your friends. I feel as though we forget to fill our own cups, and just starting a day off, giving yourself some TLC and filling up your own cup will make a huge difference. I promise you, within the first 2 weeks of doing this, you're going to feel so much better, and you're going to honestly feel so much happier, because you are investing in yourself and you're taking care of yourself. And everyone knows that we have to take care of ourselves, but I don't think we really realize how important it is until you do it. And especially after not doing it for so long, you're just like, whoa, what the heck was I doing? I was tripping. So yeah, pour into your own cup before you pour into others, and set aside time for you. If you can't do it in the morning, if you're not a morning person per se, make sure you're setting enough time at the end of the night. Even if you do have a partner, you can say, I'm going in the other room, or I'm gonna go for a walk, or I'm gonna go for a drive, or I'm gonna go outside and just do something by myself. I feel as though a lot of people, especially in relationships, forget to date themselves, and I think a lot of people in general forget to date themselves. I'm an only child, so once I moved away from home, I just dated myself. And I say date myself not like the literal sense of dating myself, but literally I'm alone. Like, I don't have any siblings, so I'm used to doing what it is that I want to do without having to wait or ask for someone to come with me. And the older that I've gotten, I've realized that a lot of people feel weird or nervous or scared about going out and doing things on their own, whereas for me, it's just like my default. So I don't get why it is that people struggle with it. But the older I've gotten, the more I'm just like, okay, I can understand if you're used to always doing something with someone, whether that be siblings, partners, parents, family, and friends. I can't see how it could be difficult to step out of that and do things for yourself. But you can start small. You could like go to the library. If you like to read, go to the park. That's like my go-to. I'm always at a park with my headphones on, a book, water, music. I bring my ukulele that you can see in the back. I play some tunes. I like to look at the ducks and the geese. I just like to feel the sun on my skin, and I can sit at the park on my blanket for hours. I usually go a few hours before the sun sets so that I can watch the sunset, but that's like my me time. I love that so much. I'll invite people here and there, but there will be times that I don't invite anyone because I just want to hang out by myself and just like bring my energy back to myself, especially if I feel as though I've poured into a lot of people's cups. I'll do that. Another thing that I like to do is I love to eat wings. So there's this place, a brewery near me, where I go and I get wings, and every single person who works there knows me because I go there all the time with myself or with other people. But yeah, I just get wings and then I like treat myself, and then sometimes I go to the park after that if I'm feeling like, oh, I need some extra time with myself. So yeah, whatever it is that you like to do it on your own sometimes. That will truly make a difference in terms of living a more abundant life, doing the things that you want to do without waiting around for other people to want to join you. Because you could honestly wait for the rest of your life and never experience these things if you're waiting for someone to accompany you. So learn to be alone and be okay with it, like actually be happy. Another thing that I would say is be very mindful of your surrounding environment. If you live alone or if you live with other people, whatever space it is that you occupy, try to keep it clean and try to have it feel homey and cozy for you. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do this. You could buy some incense if you like incense. I'm very like smell based, so I have a lot of incense, diffusers and candles all over my apartment because, like I said, I love the ambiance, I love lighting, I love smells. So yeah, I am very big on smells and I know that, so I always have something burning or diffusing in the background, and that makes me feel like so good and so at peace and just so relaxed. Anytime I enter my apartment and open the door, I'm just like greeted with the sense of like lavender or sandalwood or santal, things like that, rosemary, everything. I have all the scents. But yeah, if you like lighting, do that. If you like books, have books around you, but just keep your space tidy and have your space reflect you in some way. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money because decorations and furniture, they're expensive, but you could buy like some string lights off of Amazon and string it up. I have string lights all over my apartment because, like I said, I never turn on big lights unless I'm filming a video. Other than that, you will never catch a big light on in my apartment. I have lamps, and in my lamps I have like the color changing bulbs, so it's like on set on like an orangey pink, so it looks like the sunset. But yeah, have your environment reflect you and keep it tidy and clean. You don't have to be OCD, but your environment does affect you to some extent, and I know personally my environment heavily affects me. If I'm in a space with like white walls and no color and it's cold, I feel really isolated and just alone. Like I could be, the room or apartment could be packed with people, but I would just feel like the location is sterile, and I like honestly feel my creativity die. I feel my happiness die, and my aura just feels like shocked and cold. So yeah, no, I like to have colors, music playing in the background. I don't have any right now because it's a YouTube video. You guys will have some music playing in the background, but yeah, make your environment cozy and homey for you. Whatever that looks like, do that. Another thing that I will say is to be very mindful, again, going to environment, but this is more so energetic environments, the people around you. If you're in a space where you can't control those living around you, you can control your own personal bubble, even if that means walking away and going on long walks throughout the day, going to the park, focusing on yourself, putting your headphones on, reading a book, or writing, journaling. The people who are around you are going to have a huge impact on your energy, but something that you can do when living an abundant life is building a proper level of security and protection so that even when you do encounter energetic vampires, they're unable to leech off of you because you could be in close proximity, but you're not allowing them to break your barriers essentially. So you have to learn to know that even when you're around negative Nancy's or people who see your light and just want it, you have to be strong enough to not allow them to affect you. So that's something that I think is one of the hardest things to work on. I know, especially I'm very energy based, so whenever I'm around someone who's going through something, I empathize and I want to like help them out and like try to get them on my level, but you can't always do that. And more often than not, I feel like people resent you when they see that you're up here and you're trying to help bring them up there, but they're just like will try to pull you down. So you have to keep an eye on that. And when you do come across these energy vampires, just know that the way that you can help yourself, they can help themselves too. And you can give them tips and advice, but you can't try to do the hard work for them. That's something that I'm still learning to this day, or I've learned it, but I'm still working on it. So once you know, work on it and keep it in mind. But yeah, an abundant based life is accessible for everyone. If you are familiar, or if you're not, I would highly recommend you reading The Alchemist, as well as The Power of Now, I believe, by Eckhart Tolle. That book changed my life. Wherever you are in life, after reading both books, you're going to completely do a 180 and want to change every single thing, which I think is super duper important to do multiple times throughout your life, because you never want to get too comfortable in life. You want to constantly evolve and adapt, and if you feel like you're stagnant, that means something needs to change. And I feel like a lot of us are scared of change, but without change, you're just going to be stuck, and when you're stuck, you're never going to be able to succeed. And if you fail, that's okay, but you just know not to do that again and to navigate a way to success differently. But yeah, so I hope these tips have helped you. I could go on about more and more tips endlessly. We would be here for a lot longer, but those are just some of the main pointers I wanted to share with you all. An abundance life isn't something that once you achieve, you're set for life. It's something that constantly has to be worked on. You have to constantly remind yourself and check in with yourself to make sure you're grounded and you're feeling good, and that's just something that you always will do moving forward. But once you're aware of your good place, it'll be a lot easier to get back to it and realize when you're not there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to know how you all are doing down below. If you're having a good day, bad day, meh day, let me know. We could talk about it. Like I said, I am here for you, and I do love open communication with you all. So yes, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.